Use the referral link in the description to g2a.com for all of your Xbox codes, PlayStation codes and video games, and be sure to use the code CHES at checkout to get yourself 3% cash back. Hey guys, welcome to episode 12 of season 3 here in the Inter Milan career mode series. Today's the final 2 games of the series and the 2 final finals of the series as well. The only finals we've reached, in fact. It's the Coppa Nazionale first, it's a Milan derby to boot, and then it's the Champions League final in 8 days time, 9 days time, maths, to play Atlético Madrid and hopefully make it a treble. But of course we have to win this first game, otherwise it might only be a double. The Serie A title was sewn up yesterday, we lifted the trophy. Now we shall take on AC Milan to try and win trophy number 2 of the season and 3 of the series. Hello, controller. There we go. And fingers crossed, we'll be able to end this little kind of brief mini-series at Inter with a bang. It looks like that's their strongest possible lineup, actually. Paqueta, Neves, Rodri. Who else have they got? They got Aouar. I could maybe throw Aouar in there ahead of Paqueta. But Rodri and Neves probably the 2 best options to be alongside him. Romagnoli, Ricardo Rodriguez, that's the obvious option there. Nastasic is decent, but he's not on Romagnoli or Kimpembe's levels. Certainly no better right back or goalkeeper. What about winger? Castillo and Suso kind of evenly matched, so we'll leave them as they are. Adrian Silva ahead of Piontek and Çalhanoğlu. Yeah, we'll leave Çalhanoğlu in there ahead of Samu Castillejo, although I will put Castillejo on the bench. Why he's not on the bench is completely beyond me. Where are you, Samu? Am I being blind? I am. He's right there. You scored past him. Right. Okay. AC Milan versus Inter Milan for the Coppa Nazionale. Leave your score predictions without cheating and skipping to the end. Leave your score predictions for both finals in the comment section down below. I'm going to go 2-0 Inter for this game and 2-1 Inter for the Champions League final. Predicting that I will win all 3 trophies this season. But 9 times out of 10, my predictions end up flipping themselves, so we'll just have to wait and see. Rodri in there to Neves. Wide to Suso. AC Milan on the attack initially, but we've got 1 tackle in, and then there's a misplaced pass from them, so we can look to build from it. Bruno Fernandes forward there to Luka Jovic. Been the man of the moment recently. Luka Jovic is mainly the reason why we're in both of these finals, thanks to his goals in the second leg against Napoli and against Manchester City in the Champions League as well. Oh, I tried to hit that early with Memphis to catch the defender and the goalkeeper out. Florenzi was able to get a block on it. We'll try and whip it in with Bruno Fernandes and see if we can get someone on the end. We did. It's just that someone on the end was Kimpembe, unfortunately. See if we can build from the throw-in instead. Bruno Fernandes back to Frenkie de Jong. Rabiot. Space for... Oh, Memphis out wide is how that sentence was supposed to finish. Oh, given away though. And space for Memphis out wide. Into Luka Jovic. Oh, I see the run of Frenkie de Jong. We'll look for him and not finding Ricardo Rodriguez with a tackle. But it's just pressure from Inter Milan right now. Luka Jovic looking for Memphis to pie. Oh, Memphis, please bury this in the bottom corner. Oh, he scuffed it right at the keeper's shins. We'll try again. Bruno Fernandes with the delivery. Underneath this will be Donnarumma. Going to drop for Frenkie de Jong. He'll let fly. Straight at the keeper. Frenkie de Jong to Trent. Needed to take that heavy touch, just keep it away from the defender. I'll play this over the top, looking for Bruno Fernandes. And he's in behind. I could have played in Memphis. Bruno Fernandes, there's 1-0 into Milan. 22nd minute, and it has been coming. They've barely made it out of their own half, AC Milan. We're 1-0 up, and we deserve that lead as well. Dominating so far in this game. Had to play that ball the way I did. I was contemplating playing it onto Memphis when I first played the lofted ball over the top, but Bruno Fernandes accelerated away far enough to be able to have the space for the effort, and on his left foot he's lashed it home. We are in front at the Stadio Olimpico. Renzi to Suso again. Are they going to fire back instantly a la Palermo? They might do. Not sure whether it's defender or keeper that got that away. The most important thing is that the ball headed out of the danger zone. Nicola Pepe on the counter, and he's got the legs to beat Ricardo Rodriguez, and he's turned inside nicely. Best of passes for Bruno Fernandes, but Frenkie de Jong is found. I could go back to Bruno again, actually. Hit it first time. Oh, I think it took a deflection there. Made it slightly easier for Gianluigi Donnarumma, but he saved it well regardless. Rabiot's up, Romagnoli's up as well. Apparently Umtiti decided to not run towards the ball or lock onto it at all, so I could run towards the ball with him. But that's our throw for some reason. Must have deflected off the defender. as or the attacker, sorry, as the defender cleared it. Right, let's see if we can get a second goal. I predicted 2-0 to Inter Milan in this game, and so far we're halfway there. 10 minutes to go till half-time, 1-0. It's Florenzi on the overlap. Tellez snapping at his heels, and Titi will win that header. We'll get it forward. Lukijovic, he's not blessed with electric pace, Lukijovic, so I'm not going to be able to play him in behind and have him accelerate away. Memphis Depay, on the other hand, is blessed with decent pace. Oh, he's unlucky. Jovic is there to turn it home. He's onside. It's 2-0. That's very fortunate. I cannot deny that that is a large slice of luck for us to get the goal in that manner. Memphis Depay really unlucky not to have given us the 2-0 lead himself, but Lukijovic has been lofted high above all of his other teammates. Memphis, beautiful turn inside. Kimpembe left for dead. Whipped it off the inside the post, and right place, right time. I guess that's the top striker's instinct. Turns it home, and the simplest of goals, we have ourselves a 2-0 lead. Looks like trophy number 2 might be well on its way for this season. The double, nearly done. De Jong. That's the exact pass we needed for Nicola Pepe there. That wasn't meant for Lukijovic, it was meant for Memphis, and Jovic might have been offside. He wasn't. Pepe's there for the header, that's 3. Last time we played AC Milan, I remember saying in commentary, you never can tell which AC Milan are going to turn up. They've got a great team. They either arrive and play great football and are a massive test, or they're a walkover. Nearly knocked me bottle of water over. Or they're a walkover. We've walked all over them. It's 3-0 at half-time. Well, AC Milan need a comeback of Istanbul levels to be able to get themselves a chance of winning the Coppa Nazionale this season. Adrien Silva will get himself on the end of that and pulls it back nicely to Suso. And, well, the comeback could be on if they can get to that. Castillejo scores. He's off the bench here, Samuel Castillejo, at half-time for Hakan Çalhanoğlu. And what an impact. 8 minutes into the second half. They've got themselves one back here, AC Milan. It's game on again. Fernandes. De Jong. Out to Pepe. Jovic is there. Quickly to Trent. Knock back to Pepe and have to turn quickly to hold off the defenders. This could be one hell of a move. Rabiot's in the middle as well. We'll look for him, but Kimpembe cuts it out. Pepe with a header. Oh, it's nowhere near Memphis, unfortunately. And that clearance from Suso is nowhere near Adrien Silva either. So we'll just recover possession and try and build again. I'm still confident that we'll get the victory, although that goal back for them has added a slight seed of doubt in my mind. Unless Bruno Fernandes can put that in the corner, which is something that he certainly apparently cannot do. Suso off for them. And Alan Halilovic is on in his place. Not sure whether that's a move that will see them back in the game, to be completely honest, but very, very happy with how things are going so far. We're still very much on course to complete the double in this game, and then hopefully the treble against Atleti later in the day. Bruno. Depay. Somehow squeezed that through to Jovic, but Kimpembe steals it off him. We'll try and get a fourth from the throw-in if we can. So Ruben Neves going off, and Paqueta, I believe, coming on for them there. They've made all 3 of their changes now. I haven't made a single one so far. We haven't really needed to. Rabiot. There's Bruno Fernandes. Pepe with the turn. And the pace and acceleration lifted into the middle. Oh, so close for Frenkie de Jong. Leaning at full stretch to try and get to that. And just trying to guide it in that bottom corner. Really wasn't far away at all. Monaco, I think it was Maxi Gomez, wasn't it, scored a very similar header against us in the Champions League before obviously smacking one in with a tremendous overhead kick later in the game. Let's bring Martinez on, but throw him out wide for Nicola Pepe. Right, 2 changes, both out wide. We'll see if we can stretch the play and maybe find a fourth. Castillejo down the line nicely to Aouar. Getting away from me here, he's got the pace to do so. Decent delivery. Titi up well, but Rodri scores. Okay, nervy foil, 10 minutes then. It's 3-2. AC Milan really are back in it now. Ball cleared away as the cross came in, and it just fell kindly for Rodri, and Titi did well. Good touch, and then he's let fly. It wasn't actually as far into the corner as it initially looked. Lafont, though, had to hurdle the man on the floor there, and as such was unsettled and not ready for the shot. Did that play a part in it? Probably. Bruno Fernandes will get this out wide. I'll try and hit them on the break straight from counter, but or straight from kickoff even. But I'm not sure whether it's going to work. Bruno Fernandes could pull that back for Lautaro, but Rodri's there, the man that just scored that goal. I thought the game was done and dusted at half-time. It's anything but. We mentioned that they'd need a comeback of Istanbul levels. Well, they're 2/3 of the way there. Is that a free kick? No, nothing given. Bruno Fernandes, Frenkie de Jong, good touch and a shot. Straight at the keeper again. Kimpembe turns well into Paqueta. Halilovic. Don't do it to me now. Umtiti in the way. Oh, just winning that interception there should be enough to see us win the cup. Play that through. Oh, it's not made it through to Lautaro. There's the final whistle. Oh, that was so nervy, but we've done it. We're across the line. It's Inter Milan 3, AC Milan 2. 3-0 up at half-time, and with a late fight back, Rodri very nearly helped mastermind the entire turnaround. We are going to lift trophy number 2 of the season and trophy 3 of our time here at Inter Milan. 2 Serie A titles, and now, after a quarter-final exit in Season 1, a semi-final exit in Season 2 on penalties, guttingly to Roma, we finally won the Coppa Nazionale. We've gone one step better each and every season, and it will be Skriniar that lifts the trophy. It was Brozovic that lifted the Serie A title, but nice to see Skriniar lift this one. Might be number 37, but he is our captain. And he's been rock solid at the back. He's been so good. Scored so many incredible headers as well from set pieces throughout the save. And trophy number 2 is lofted aloft for season number 3. Right. Now it's time to go and win the big one. Champions League time. Right, Atleti's team. Griezmann up top. Aubameyang or Richarlison. There's the other options up top. Aubameyang's probably in his 30s, 31. Certainly, well, he's still quick, but he's not as fast as he was. Well, if Richarlison's in there by default, we'll leave Richarlison there now. Gelson Martin's on the right, that makes sense. Tom Alomar on the left, also makes sense. Saul in the middle, yeah. Thomas Partey there too. Pablo Fornals could come on at some point for them. Calabria at right back. If he's in by default and he's basically the same overall rating, and to be fair, just as quick, or almost as quick as Bayern, we'll leave him in there. Felipe at centre back. Boating's probably slow. Well, he's not that slow actually. Again, same rating, so if they're about the same, we'll leave them as they are. Savic obviously higher rated than anyone else, and Luka Hernandez is probably one of the best left backs on the entire game. So, and Jan Oblak, obviously at 93 rated, is going to be one of, if not the highest rated goalkeeper in the save. Okay, well we're at full strength. I need to be as good offensively as I was against AC Milan, but slightly better defensively. I said 2-0 win against AC Milan, a 1-3-2. I said 2-1 win against Atleti. Can we still come away with a win? Tellez. Inside to Frenkie de Jong. I'm expecting this to be a difficult game against Atleti. They're playing a 4-4-2, which is sometimes a really difficult formation to break down depending on the mentality of their 2 central midfielders. And Saul is going to be, you would have thought, well, it was a bit fancy, he didn't need to do that. You would have thought Saul is perhaps going to be the more defence-minded, although he can be good going forward. And then Thomas is just going to be purely defence-minded. So Saul's kind of like the all-round midfielder. I'll play that to Memphis. Can we get their head of the keeper? We can. 1-0 to Inter Milan in the 12th minute, right in front of the fans from the opposition. Big banner there behind the goal. It says Wapa Atleti, but Inter Milan lead by a goal to 0. Memphis Depay. Sit down, boys. Sit down. Not on this occasion. 3 times Atletico Madrid have gotten to the Champions League final, apparently prior to the save starting. They might have done it more in this save, but in real life they've gotten to the final 3 times and they've never won. Is this to potentially be 4 Champions League finals without a victory? 1-0 down early on. It's not looking good for Atletico Madrid. So Martins to Griezmann. Out wide there too. Martins again. Got to be wary of his pace. Free kick apparently given there. Really see where the foul was. I won the ball. Oh, the fault of the punch. I thought I won the ball quite fairly. Got it quickly forward with Frenkie de Jong and out there to Bruno Fernandes. Around the corner looking for the run of Nicola Pepe. I'm trying to quickly turn his side. Luka Hernandez then. He's done that really well. We'll look for Memphis on the far side. Around the corner looking for Luka Jovic. Is it a similar sort of scenario for the first goal? It was. with roles reversed. I think it was Jovic who got the assist for the first one, and Memphis on the end of it. Other way around this time, but unfortunately not able to get the shot away. They were ready for it defensively on this occasion. Memphis will go short to Jovic, out to Nicola Pepe. Jovic will go again, and around the outside, Jovic. Oh, Black with a great stop this time. He did get something on Memphis Depay's effort. The slightest of fingertips will look for Skriniar, but not find him. Saul there rises well. Inside half an hour here still. We could get a second goal. We dominated the first half against AC Milan, and that was what eventually won us the Coppa Nazionale. Black is in form so far. It was a terrible corner. Frenkie de Jong. I'll play this out wide. It's Memphis. It's a nice turn. Still going around the outside. Memphis Depay. Fake Rabona. Works some space. Dink it in. Not find anyone, unfortunately. Half an hour in. It will still be just a 1-0-0. Jovic. Out there to Memphis Depay. Up against Calabria. The thing is, they're so solid in every position. Like, you think, okay, maybe I'll race around the outside of a fullback or something, but their wing-backs have pace. You think, okay, maybe I'll try and win an aerial battle in the middle. No, their centre-backs are strong and tall. All right, maybe we'll just try and power straight through the middle. No, they've got two very, very capable CDMs that will stop you from even getting to the back line in the first place. It's really difficult to break down this Atleti side. So far, we've only been able to do it the once, and Thomas Partey's in the way. I've got lucky with the way it fell back to me, but even when you get past all of the outfield players, you still have a 93 rated Jan Oblak in the way to stop you from scoring multiple goals. Having to hope at this stage that the one that we've gotten so far will be enough to win us the Champions League title. They haven't yet really properly tested Alban Lafont, but I'm sure a big test will come at some point, and we have to hope that our Frenchman is on hand to make the same level of saves that Jan Oblak has been making so far in this game. He is 89 rated, Alban Lafont now, so certainly of the ability to be able to make those world-class stops. It's just a matter of whether he actually will be able to in this situation. But they are going to have to be better and, well, more... They are going to have... Oh dear. They are going to be better... Okay. They are going to have to be better placed than that. I think my brain just shut off for a minute there. I apologise. That was their only shot of the game so far, Atletico Madrid. What's happening? Griezmann to Thomas Lemar. Struggled to get his touch with it. Actually dragged that back defensively, but it ended up going straight to an Atleti man. Memphis has done brilliantly to get to that. Luka Jovic could have done with Memphis still being on his feet, although he hasn't got possession anyway anymore. Thomas Partey out to Gelson Martins. Back there to Calabria, into Martins, and we'll clear that with Umtiti, but only as far as Saul. Back to Thomas Partey, Luka Hernandez. Keeping the ball well here. Oh, never mind. I take that back. Literally, as soon as I praise their possession play, Nicola Pepe's racing away and isn't... It's lucky. It's really, really, really lucky. We got a fortunate second against AC Milan with a rebound from a Memphis Depay shot that fell to Luka Jovic. This time it's Memphis that's on the... See why the number 3 there for them, he tucks in. Like, unless he's just not aware of Memphis over his shoulder, he tucks in narrow when there's already 2 centre-backs in the middle there and leaves Memphis Depay on his own at the back post. If he stays with Depay, surely he needs a shout from the midfielder behind him to be like, to tell him, you've got a man on your shoulder. It's Memphis' second in the Champions League. He got 1 goal in the semi-final, and that was his first of the Champions League so far this season. Apparently, Memphis Depay is a big game player, banging the goals in the semi-final and final of the Champions League. And if I can get this through ball correct, this might be game over. Oh, Bruno Fernandes, that's superb. Atletico Madrid crumbling the same way AC Milan did. Will they rebound the same way AC Milan did? They've got less time to do it. 3-0 now with half an hour to play. Rabiot forward there nicely to Bruno Fernandes. Here's Frenkie de Jong. Not sure what's happened to Atleti here. As soon as that second went in, it's like they gave up. Just rolled over for a third. Memphis is on a hat-trick here. Oh, good save. Oh, so lucky. I've been so lucky. I have to apologise to Atletico Madrid fans. I've scored a couple of good goals, but the 4-0 scoreline flatters me. It really does. Memphis could have bagged a hat-trick. It's a great save, and again, just a man free. Right place, right time seems to be the theme. 11-minute, 3-goal spell in this second half has sealed the Champions League for Inter Milan. The dream way to end this series, I guess, with a treble, winning absolutely every trophy available to us. What I might do actually, what I was planning on doing was having a season roundup tomorrow, including a vote. What I might do is just do the season roundup at the end of the final here, and then just have a bona fide vote video tomorrow, so that you know, some people. If I'd have had it's done me there. Oh, Alban Lafont. If I'd have done a bona fide, or not done a bona fide vote video and kind of tagged it onto a video that had an Inter Milan thumbnail, then, you know, some people might not have clicked on it because it had an Inter Milan thumbnail on it. They might have just skimmed over it in their sub box. But if it's a different thumbnail and you can tell that it is just the vote, then maybe, you know, we'll be able to get more opinions and more feedback on it. So I'll do a season roundup after this game to round off the season. This will be the series finale now. Memphis in there to Bruno Fernandes, forward to Luka Jovic. I'd love to get Memphis a hat-trick if we can, but if 4-0 flatters me, then 5-0 is certainly not representative of how difficult this game has been. Pepe with the effort blocks. Is this the most one-sided Champions League final scoreline of all time? Genuinely not sure. I could have a Google and try and find out, or I could let one of you guys tell me and show your knowledge. As I'm sure the majority of you guys know more about the sport than I do, or certainly have larger general knowledge of the sport than I do, especially at this level. Me being primarily a Cambridge United fan, can't say his Champions League finals are really my forte, to be honest, not over the years. 4 minutes to go though, and it appears that Champions League finals aren't Atletico Madrid's forte either. This is their 4th Champions League final, and they're going to lose it by 4-0, and it's going to be the 4th Champions League final they've lost. Rather apt, perhaps, then, that the scoreline is as it is. Atletico Madrid, if Memphis Depay is a big game player for these Champions League games, Atletico Madrid certainly are not a big game team. Oh, heavy touch from Memphis there, but that might be the final whistle. No, the referee is going to allow play to go on for a moment, although I imagine the final whistle will go momentarily. There it does. The treble assured. Serie A title won in style, rather than just sneaking it like we did in Season 1. Coppa Nazionale final squeaked through. After looking very dominant in the first half, AC Milan fought back, but the Champions League final, by 4-0 against Atletico Madrid, is really the cream of the crop. I'm not sure, let me have a look. Biggest Champions... There you go. You've got biggest champagne bottle and biggest Champions League final win. The 4-1 scoreline. Oh, hang on. 4-0. 4-0. AC Milan versus Barcelona in 1994. AC Milan versus Barcelona in 1994. So we've now equalled the other half of Milan's record for the biggest Champions League win of all time. 4-0. Skriniar's about to lift his 2nd trophy of the episode. This is the big one. Champions League winners, Inter Milan, for the first time since Jose Mourinho managed it in 2010, question mark. We're able to get ourselves a Champions League trophy back at San Siro. Been dominated by Spanish teams, with the odd English, Chelsea, German, Bayern Munich thrown in there as well. It's about time the Champions League returned to Italian soil, and we've been able to do it here in emphatic fashion. Let's jump back now and have a season roundup, so you can see basically the state of how everyone's grown, how everyone's performed, and obviously we know we won the Champions League this season, so we don't need to do too much of an in-depth look at the competitions that we were involved in. We know basically we've won all the ones that we got today, but do feel free to drop the video a like if you enjoyed. Like I say, tomorrow there will be a vote video for the new series, so do ensure that you don't miss tomorrow's video. It may subsequently turn into a second vote video the day after that, depending on which way it goes. The Premier League was won by, Manchester United on goal difference ahead of Liverpool. They just can't win the league, can they? Spurs 3rd, City 4th, Chelsea only 5th with Arsenal 6th. I'll quickly show you who went up and down in the English leagues, as that's where the majority of the audience is from. Stoke down, Fulham down, Bournemouth down. Going up, West Brom and Norwich, Villa, 4 teams on 77 points. Goal difference is really the theme of the day, isn't it? 77 points. So goal difference, Norwich ahead of Villa, and goal difference, Villa, Forest and Middlesbrough in that order, with Cardiff City in 6th. Leeds missing out on the playoffs. They just can't get promoted, can they? Going down, Oxford, Sheffield United and Rotherham. Coming up from League One, Plymouth and Peterborough, with Portsmouth, QPR, Luton and Barnsley dishing out the playoff spots. Fleetwood, Lincoln, Northampton and Oldham, who certainly aren't cut up for that level, relegated from League One. In League Two, Blackpool, Bury and Forest Green get automatic promotion. Mansfield, Gillingham, Exeter and Swindon will fight it out in the playoffs. And Cambridge, 22nd, and avoid relegation on goal difference. Dear Cambridge United, why are you so shit? In France, Paris Saint-Germain win Ligue 1. In Germany, Leverkusen are so good on career mode. They win so much. In Italy, coming up from Calcio B, or Serie A, or Serie B, sorry, is Brescia and Benevento. And in España, in Spain, Atlético Madrid win the league. So they were going for a double this season. Nada. Sorry, boys, not happening. We've won the Serie A season. We've won the Coppa Nazionale. And we've won the Champions League. Thank you very much indeed. Manager rating of 97. It's the highest we've had for a very long time in any series. In fact, maybe the highest I've had in any series. I can't recall. Youth development, we didn't do that. If we'd have done that, then maybe it would have been 100. Brand exposure completed. Financial, nothing. Domestic success, all done. Continental success, all done. In fact, gone better by winning it. They only wanted a final appearance. So if I'd have done the youth one, genuinely, we might have had a 100 out of 100 manager rating. The league table top goal scorer, Luka Jovic, wins the Golden Boot by 2 goals ahead of Martinez at Napoli. Any other Intermen in there? Nicola Pepe up. No, still almost called him Simone, didn't I? Nicola Pepe up there in 12th with 11 goals. Scrolling further down, we'll have a little bit more of a look. No more Inter Milan men there. Assists, Bruno Fernandes with 8. Memphis Depay with 6. Jan Carmo with 6. Dangolan with 5. De Jong with 5. Martinez with 5. And Rabiot with 4. A lot of assists. So very creative side. And Alban Lafont won the Golden Glove as well, with an extra 3 clean sheets over Wojciech Szczesny. So delighted for him to win that as well. We've had such a strong season. Cristiano Ronaldo with 15 goals on this particular occasion. We shall have a look at the squad hub and see who's done what this season with regards to their growth. Alban Lafont is up 4 to 89. Of course, we were training him throughout, so delighted with his growth. He's one of the best goalkeepers in the save. Radu's up 2, so fair play to him for continuing to grow. Trent is up 2 without training. Did intend to train him later on in this season, just forgot to do it basically. He's up 2 to 85. Giordano's up 4 to 71, one of our scouted players. Bauer up 4 to 79 with training. Atal up 1 to 81. He's been very, very good. If you're looking for a really solid right back that isn't that expensive, I cannot recommend highly enough Yusuf Atal. He was brilliant for me in the minimal games that he played. He played 19 total. Babic up 4 to 73 with training. Skriniar up 2 to 91. Oh, he only got the 1 goal. I thought he got more than that, to be completely honest. A number of them must have come last season. Samuel Umtiti up 2 to 92. We have arguably the best centre-back pairing in world football for this save. Gravion up 2 to 75 out on loan. Bastoni up 2, didn't play. Van Oysden up 3 to 83 with training, but still very good centre-back if you're looking for someone that's cheap and young, that can grow. De Vries, no growth for him, although he's 29, so perhaps that's a reason why. Schultz up 4 at 69. Dalbert injured, no growth for him. Alex Telles, no growth for him, but he's absolutely brilliant at left back. Brozovic, again, no growth. He's players in their late 20s. Politano grew one to 86 though, so pleased with that. Got 6 goals and 4 assists in all comps this season. Jan Caro up 2 to 82. He got 6 goals and 9 assists in all competitions this season. Nicola Pepe, brilliant player, absolutely stunning footballer, up 2 to 87. Expect him to be one of the more popular suggestions for a number of career modes in FIFA 20, and I'm intrigued to see what his overall will be in FIFA 20 as well, and also which team he'll be playing for. Will he leave Lille in real life? 24 goals and 6 assists in all competitions. Barella wasn't with us for the majority of the season, only coming in January, but 4 goals and 3 assists in Serie A this year, some for us, some for his previous employers. Oh, apologies for the yawn. Radon Angolan, 4 goals and 6 assists for him this season, down 1 to 83. Emma's up 2 to 72. Rabiot in the midfield, no growth, but he was brilliant. 14 goals this season for Adrien Rabiot, and a number of them were really, really good strikes from outside the box on that left foot. Superb player, 8 assists as well. Frenkie de Jong, 4 goals, 9 assists. To be fair, I had Frenkie in there as my playmaker. Rabiot is the more defensive, but Rabiot has actually had the better goal contribution. Although Frenkie de Jong has had the more assists, so perhaps more of a creative player. Rabiot's just been the finisher of the two. Greco up 5 out on loan, which is great to see him grow like that out on loan. Not very often you see youngsters like that grow that well when they're on loan. Bruno Fernandes, no growth for him at 26. 12 goals, 18 assists. Still a great season, but not the best he's had in Inter Milan colours. Memphis Depay, 9 goals, 12 assists for him. Up 1 to 88 rated. Stunning footballer, as you guys well know. Lautaro Martinez up 3 to 88 without training. Still growing really well. 18 goals, 8 assists. No major growth from Romano. 1 star, just destroyed him. And Marola, actually, he's grown quite well. Marola up 3, dead. Luka Jovic up 2 though to 88, again without training. And he got 24, wow, 20 goals in 21 Serie A appearances. Talk about player of the season, and 8 assists as well. 32 goal contributions in 31 games. Luka Jovic, ladies and gentlemen. And I didn't enjoy playing with him that well, or that much to be honest, but he was certainly integral in our fortunes in the latter few episodes. But that's all for this episode and this series. Tomorrow there will be a vote for the new one. So like I say, depending on which way it goes, there may be a secondary vote as well, but if it goes one of the 2 ways, then it will be a straight up decision, and then we'll get a thumbnail made and we'll start the series as soon as possible. In the meantime, whilst we're waiting for that series to be decided upon, I will be streaming even more than I have been, so do make sure you follow me on Mixit in the description down below, and join me over there for some Team of the Season action. We'll be doing some Formula 1, some Football Manager, all sorts over the next few days before we get cracking with the new series. So for now, thank you very much for watching. Hopefully I'll see you on stream some point soon, or even in the new series when it arrives in the next few days. But certainly, make sure you're around for the vote video tomorrow. I'll see you there.